Welcome to the InfoWars Nightly News. It is Friday, February 21st, 2014, and I'm Leanne McAdoo. Here's what's coming up tonight.
Tonight,
a free press is also essential for our democracy. Our freedom as a nation rests on our freedom of the press.
Obama publicly claims he's all about the freedom of press, but his administration wants the FCC to monitor newsrooms. Meanwhile, the politics of late-night television infiltrate the mainstream. And riot police in the Ukraine sew up a protester's mouth with thread. All that and more up next on the InfoWars Nightly News.
This is a radical new era of tyranny for the White House. I can't imagine it getting to first base.
That was Judge Andrew Napolitano speaking about the Obama administration's latest efforts to have the feds come and police newsrooms. That's right, Mr. Obama, who is constantly saying how important a free press is to freedom and democracy. Well, in his typical doublespeak fashion, the White House ordered the FCC to go in and monitor how newsrooms are reporting their news, which of course is an absolute affront to the First Amendment. Basically, with this new proposal, editors and broadcasters would worry about covering certain issues due to fear of any government retribution, because of course you have to have certain licenses by the FCC in order to air. And Napolitano was saying that, we're basically going to be afraid to express ourselves fully because federal agents are going to be looking over your shoulder. And then, of course, he did caution that this idea could take on because it's going to initially be introduced as a voluntary situation. But then he added that nothing is voluntary with the government. Now, the FCC claims that content won't be moderated by the feds, although the actual proposal document does refer to the influencing of philosophy and viewpoint. Now, as of the time of this broadcast, the FCC has taken a step back. They said they're not going to send anyone to the newsrooms for now. But can you just imagine how much more propaganda would be coming out of the mainstream media? They already get their talking points straight from the White House anyway, and anyone who kind of dares step over the line, now they're basically being warned and threatened that they're going to be monitored to make sure that they can comply with Obama's agenda. Now, it's obvious that this is going to be sent out to target organizations that are critical of the Obama administration, any kind of conservative media outlets, just like they targeted the Tea Partiers with the IRS, and much like they fired Jay Leno. He was one of the only late-night talk shows where the GOP felt they had a welcome mat rolled out for them. And here, Jay Leno was at the top of his game. It definitely wasn't his ratings. He was just canned and replaced with Jimmy Fallon, who makes no bones about being an Obama supporter. He's the guy who had Obama doing slow jams with Jimmy Fallon. And now this week, his first week airing, he has Michelle Obama rolls out Miss Obama, who he says, they have great chemistry, to make jokes about Obamacare and stuff. So, of course, this is just basically changing the political landscape for late night TV. Leno, who wrote all of his own jokes, was just a little too much, got a little, made a little too much fun of Obama and his politics and Obamacare. He'll be replaced now with Jimmy Fallon. So this, of course, is just more proof of how this liberal agenda is going to be shoved down your throats no matter what. He's going to push his agenda, and if you are one of those people who just refuses to peel your eyes away from the mainstream media and whatever it is they flash in front of you, then you're basically just going to kind of be duped by this whole scheme. But maybe the FCC can get in and help Coach Piers Morgan on his ratings. His anti-gun stance is probably the only reason why he is still on the air, of course, because he's pushing the Obama administration's gun control agenda. But it's certainly not his ratings. Variety reports that since gun control has become a frequent topic on Piers Morgan's show, his ratings, which were never that great anyway, to be sure, have plummeted. Now they're falling below the 300,000 mark multiple times already this year. But Piers, Alex Jones told you, you're not going to take our guns. And now that you're continually pushing this anti-gun stance, your ratings are plummeting. You got that, you red coat? I mean, you're not going to come here and convince Americans to give up their guns.
The globalist social engineers are not just targeting us with propaganda. They are manipulating our genetics. We are being targeted at every level by estrogen mimickers that lower our testosterone and other hormones and natural compounds that the body needs. After consulting top doctors, nutritionists, pharmacists, and others, we have developed what I believe is the ultimate non-GMO organic super male vitality formula sourced from powerful organic herbs and then concentrated for maximum potency. Super Male Vitality was developed to activate your body's own natural processes instead of using synthetic chemicals. Super Male Vitality by InfoWars Life is so powerful that I only take half the recommended dose. For a limited time, we are offering 15% off Super Male Vitality at InfoWarsLife.com to introduce you to this powerful supplement. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today to secure your Super Male Vitality. InfoWarsLife.com.